Yeah, but
I always remember when you were playing the Sir back in the 4th edition when you jacked that guy in the
Callahan.
face. I jack him in the face. No, it was,
that was another funny thing.
That was a guard.
Jolly was taken totally
It was like one of the early playtests.
Like you're gonna get arrested. Jolly was thinking, and then then you apologized.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then didn't you guys kill a stable boy or something?
I don't remember killing a stable boy.
Yeah, those are the fun times.
Barb's evil streaks coming out.
Well, I got a lot of funny stories. The one I remember I was always fond of was we were playing Frandor's Keep, and Brian's character were in the dungeon somewhere, and they found an orc that was tied up and being tortured, and he was near death. And
Is this a video on? Oh, I didn't know.
He was pleading for his life, and he tells Brian, he's like, "I'll serve you forever. I'll loyally serve you if you spare me." And Brian's like, "Okay." And so the guy's like helping carrying his packs, and Brian's kind of getting into it, like, "Hey, I got this orc buddy that's loyal to me." And a couple sessions later, the orc betrayed him, and like I think he attacked
him. Killed him, didn't he? Did he kill Brian's character?
I was going to sell him as a gladiator. I was trying to get him to fight as a gladiator and make some money off him, and then the crowd became unruly and sort of goaded me into fighting him. So I ended up having to kill him.
Oh, I thought he killed you.
Come on.
That's how I tell the story.
You're talking to.
Oh, there was that time a couple sessions ago when Steve was mouthing off to Brian all session.
Let's recreate that.
Could you elaborate on that a little bit? Or maybe Steve would like to.
No. So it's still too soon.
It's a raw wound.
Some things happen, yada yada yada. Steve's rolling up a new character.
Aha!
I'll tell the punchline.
What's the punchline?
Oh no! I was basically Steve had this cool character, and Brian had another character, and
they didn't get along.
No, they didn't.
They didn't get along, and Brian waited until the other character, Steve's character, was wounded and had like 4 hit points left, and then cut his throat.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like pretty much it.
We were only
that was surprising. I was surprised.
We were shocked. We all
were upset.
I can see that.
We were terrible.
He was a half-orc. He was a jerk.
He was a half-orc with like a 1 charisma. So he was a jerk to everyone around him. So at one point, on one hand you're like...
But that was the best character to play. It's like, I've got 1 charisma. I am truly role-playing my character by sitting here and being a complete dick.
Yeah. And he's really good at it.
It's a stretch.
Kind of like that. I told you that story about the guy who was really dumb with the 3...
It was a great role playing.
It was perfect.
Dave was, I think, were you late that night or?
Dave witnessed it.
I witnessed the final event, but I missed the beginning
shock.
when,
like,
you,
wait a minute,
when you were chest poking Britt.
They were like, wait a minute, the 1 charisma character's dead? And they're like, oh, this is sad.
No, kind of you're like, on one hand,
yeah,
you can't really let a guy just like kill your buddies, but on the other hand, he wasn't really my buddy. He was kind of a dick, so you didn't really know what to do. And
my character was already dead. I couldn't do anything.
Yeah, so we just kicked him in the grave of Barb's character that we were already digging.
Yeah, I was the GM.
Before we embark on anything, we usually take a grave and we put Barb's character's name, and then later we drag her back and throw her.
Yes.
So how many characters do you folks usually go through for game session?
Just me.
Barb grinds through.
It's not unusual for 1 person to die in a game session.
But, but the reputation Hackmaster has as being really, really deadly. Like, amazingly, over the months and months we've played, we haven't really lost that many. I mean, it's
other than Barb, there's only been a handful.
If you play smart and like...
He talked me into being a shield maiden.
I haven't lost a character.
Everybody loves a shield maiden.
The trick to playing Hackmaster is like you would real life. Like, you're not going to go throw yourself on an orc sword. You're going
to think about it a little bit first.
Like, holy crap, he's got a sword. I'm going this
I was
way.
doing pretty good.
Maybe I'll throw a duck there.
Yeah.
I don't think I've lost a character in 5 years, although I had one guy who retired in dishonor. I had to burn so much honor just to survive. But for the most part...
Dave's got the look, like when you get ready to kill his character, he'll go, and I know, like, okay, I get back off.
I just write void on his paycheck. You get halfway down the V and suddenly he misses me. It's awesome. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say critical hit? I meant he fumbled.
Dave mentioned honor with the characters. That's a unique element about the Hackmaster game is the characters have a numerical value of honor that can go up and down depending on the actions that they take in the game.
Right.
And it has another kind of metagaming mechanic in that if you have high honor, you can use that to do extraordinary things that a regular person wouldn't be able to do. So sometimes if you blow your honor, so to speak, to save your life, the character might not be worth playing anymore because now he's got low honor.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Dishonored himself.
Yep.
So it's always important to keep your honor high. So, like, if, for example, a 1 charisma half-orc is chest poking you, later on in that game session, you'll probably want to get revenge just to make sure that your honor stays at a decent level. So you can see how the honor comes into the game and affects things and almost breaks up real-life friendships.
Which, ironically, Steve was chest poking Brian's character that
All right, I'm going to do it on camera. Steve, I'm sorry I killed your character. I hope
It's
we can
official.
still be friends.
No, he was literally chest poking Brian's character at one point. Like,
That was you and your mouthy dwarf, wasn't
no,
it?
that was Steve.
Yeah, well, he did both.
You wanted this magic sword, and he was like, you're not worthy. He was poking your character.
He actually made a perfectly logical
Yeah,
argument.
but I was looking at you like, are you going to take that?
That
You're
wasn't
gonna,
the
you're gonna let,
part that pissed me off.
Right, but
That
I was
wasn't. What was the part?
I don't even remember.
The chest poking?
no, but I was pushing Brian's buttons by
Didn't
saying,
he rip that dwarf's heart out or something?
Yeah, he cut it out, ate it.
Why were we adventuring with half-orcs?
Yeah, you intercepted that dwarf that was spying on the party, and you're like, you cut his heart out in front of his buddy, and like you ate it.
I thought it was the halfling.
Well, there's
that
a
we
dwarf
killed.
and a halfling, but he
We were
cut out
trying
the
to
dwarf's
goad
heart.
them,
Yeah.
and it needed a dramatic thing
See,
to
that's a
goad
good
them into
story.
attacking us.
That's a good story.
So he was talking about the blood running down his chest, and it was really graphic. It was great.
When we were kids, we used to play knights and paladins and, promote law and order and goodliness. Now we're kind of trying to expand our role-playing options as we get older.
No, we don't always only play evil characters. One of my favorite characters, a couple of my favorite characters have been lawful good paladins. So, just
Sir Leopold was one.
Sir Leopold was he was a knight. He was a knight errant, but he was lawful good anyway. So I was trying to play a knight errant who was also lawful good. It came out fine.
What made him one of your favorite characters?
Probably Jolly. Jolly, like every game session began and ended with Jolly trying to slay my character, and I'd say it. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but it probably would be accurate to say it backfired.
And it
racked
escalated.
I racked up experience points.
Here come the giants again.
Right.
It escalated to the point where Jolly was creating new monsters and publishing them in his magazine
Yeah.
specifically
I don't
to
wanna-
kill Dave's
These
character.
Eight knight errants.
These are special lizard men that get +2 damage against humans.
I just want to point out, we would start playing, and I would like, hey, I got this boom, and he's like, oh, actually, there's a new rule for that, and this is how it works now. And I'm like, are you kidding?
No, it's right here. It's in the book. Yeah,
I'm joking.
it's challenging the game master for this group, no matter who you are, because you got a bunch of game designers, so they're, they know the rules as well as you, and in some places better, and
They've
so
written them themselves.
yeah, or it was just saved to the server that morning, or whatever. That definitely makes it a challenge.
Now, typically, as a GM, you're running like an orc with whatever, and Steve's going, how's he hitting me? He should have like an 11. You should only hit on an 11, or you should only hit on...
Right.
These are special orcs.
He's
They're jolly
dictating from
orcs.
memory. I have to like mix it up by just changing things up. So.
Right.
What about you, Barb? What's your favorite character? Or one of your favorite characters you've played? Or do you have one?
Well, I have.
Do you have one that you remember any of their names?
Yeah,
He actually has
well,
that character survive
yes.
20 months.
yeah, the character in our Friday game is a female dwarf. The first time I've ever played a dwarf. And her name is Krindar, and she's a cleric of the Guardian, which believes in freeing slaves, or what. Anyway, and we were shipwrecked on that island, and she got to fight a lot of people and free a lot of slaves and take them back, and she's still working on freeing slaves, and now she's got a whole town up in arms and surrounded by guards from Abos because they're scared of.
Yeah, it was kind of weird, her character with the religion that she happened to choose.
She's kind of becoming a Spartacus.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah, and it's really fun.
the whole campaign's become
But-
centered around the Guardian and slavery.
And I just never really knew that was going to happen, but it was,
So your favorite character is the one you're currently playing, huh?
yeah, Krindar Hammerfall.
Very cool.